Pop up live from the beach. Let's see who all's got their notifications on. I'm sure people is getting notifications right about now. Some people on the West Coast may still be at work. There's one. What's up, Cole? What's going on? Ooh, Gordon's here. Yeah, man. Sitting down here. Actually, I brought my tripod. Forgot to bring the thing that mounts the phone in it, so I'm gonna try to keep it as steady as I can. Hey, Jimmy, what's going on, buddy? Hey, Bold Nuts, how are you? Helicopter coming over. Like I was saying, I'm gonna try to keep this as steady as possible, but here's my tripod. I forgot the piece that mounts on top of it. It's back up in the room, and I brought a chair down here and the tripod and a bunch of other stuff, and I just didn't want to leave it whenever I walked back up to the room to get the other piece. Justin, what's up? Having fun? I am having fun. Let me tell you what. I just ate so much food. Oh my gosh, I'm full. Oh, it is rough. That brownie, I know you've seen a picture of that brownie. Jimmy said, I thought the storm was coming to us. I think it's hitting over in Louisiana. Trouser said you're blocking the scenery. There's the scenery. I just thought I'd give you some of that instead of turn around the other way. The brownie looked awesome. Let me tell you what, the brownie was awesome, but there was so much of it. Oh my gosh. So Cole said it's almost in Arkansas now. You're probably gonna get a lot of rain off that, man. A lot of rain off that. That brownie had a layer of brownie that, dude, was like almost twice the size of my hand. And then it had about 4 or 5 scoops of ice cream. And then it had another brownie about the size of my hand, or bigger, same size as the bottom one. And then it had like whipped cream and chocolate. Oh my gosh, I couldn't eat it all. I brought back the brownies with me, but I couldn't eat the ice cream and everything. I tried. I got about half of it. Cole said about 4 inches. They're saying gonna suck. Yeah, that's gonna suck bad. Justin said you probably gained 10 pounds. You're probably right. I would say you're probably right. Jimmy, getting back into Bobby RC. Into Bobby RC. What's Bobby RC? I know what RC is, like remote control cars. Is Bobby RC something? I'm not sure what that is. Just said, have you been in the water today? I have been in the water today. There is a lot of seaweed down there. Here, I'll take y'all down there. Since I don't have a tripod, we might as well go mobile. Rudy says, hey man, enjoy, I'm heading back tonight. Should be home by sunrise tomorrow morning. Hey, have a safe trip, Rudy. Drive safe. There's some crazy drivers down here, my man. So I want to show y'all something. Look at this. I've never been down here when there was that much seaweed. I don't know what's going on. I guess probably maybe the hurricane brought it in or something. But there's a lot of seaweed down here. Cole says there's a Cat 4 hurricane in Atlantic right now too. Jimmy says getting back into hobby RC. Oh, me or you? RC is pretty fun. Back when I used to race it. If I'm just doing it by myself, I didn't use it much, and I sold all my RC stuff and I bought more gun stuff. Is what I do with mine. But I probably had 15 or 20 RC cars years ago whenever I raced. I had 2 cars that I raced just alike. I bought a whole nother car that I totally disassembled and kept with me in case I broke apart. And then I had batteries and everything else that went with it. Here's the ocean. It's pretty nice down here right now. The weather is beautiful right now. Jack says, hey Gear and everyone. Hey Jack, how are you doing? Hope you had a great day, buddy. My day was pretty good. Spent it laying in the sand and sun. Let's see here. Justin said the beach looks empty. Oh man, it is. And it was kind of like that all day too. I mean, there was very few people down here all day long. There might have been 15 or 20 people down here all day. I mean, there just wasn't that many people. Like again, I don't have my tripod. I have it, but I don't have the mount for it. So we're gonna try to keep this as steady as possible. Hopefully nobody gets sick with me bouncing the camera. So I apologize. Just says, hey Jack. Jack says, hey Justin. And Cole says, what part of Florida are you in? I am in Ormond Beach. This is the second time I've been here in 3 weeks. I really like Ormond Beach. This isn't the place I stayed at the first time. The first time I stayed at the Royal Floridian. This time I'm at Casa del Mar. It's all right. Our air conditioner isn't working quite properly. Our room's probably sitting about 72 to 75 degrees. So it's a little hot in our room. I don't know what I'm gonna do about that. I may ask them if we can move rooms or something like that, but it's a little warm in there. Let's see here. Trouser says, that's a lot of seaweed. That is a lot of seaweed. If my wife was in the water earlier and a piece would hit her leg and she'd be like, oh God. And then she'd calm down and then a piece hit her, oh God. And I bet she did that 30 times. I was like, look, if it was a starfish, when it hit your leg, you know it was a starfish because it would sting the crap out of you. She just never could get used to it. Jimmy said, your RC car has nitro engine. Some of them, but I raced electric, but I did brushless. They were crazy fast. Brushless with LiPo batteries, dude, they were stupid. They would outrun the nitro guys. The nitro guys, when we first started racing, they would say, oh, you electric boys, man, y'all suck, you ain't got nothing. And then we went to brushless motors with LiPo batteries and started wearing those guys out. They never won a race. Then they started saying, it's not fair that we have to race the electric guys in our class, but gas is better than electric. And I was like, I'm not sure how you're coming across saying gas is better, and but you don't want to race us. So the people there was only 2 of us that raced electric, and the people there were like, well, there's not enough people. So all the gas guys bought their wives electric cars so there would be enough people in the electric class so they wouldn't have to race us. What a bunch of sissies. But yeah, I did have some gas-powered cars, but I didn't race those. Ed says, hello. Hey, Edge, how are you doing, buddy? Hey, I like that video you put up today. I hope you liked my comment. I thought it was kind of humorous, but I didn't even know they made anything like that to check the how moist a piece of wood was. That was pretty amazing, seriously. Just says, hey, Edge. Jack said, glad you're having a great time. Hey, I appreciate it, Jack. Thank you, buddy. Like I was telling him, we just got done eating. Oh my God, I ate so much. It was so good. There's a place down here called Caribbean Jack's. It's funny, Jack, but it's called Caribbean Jack's. If you're ever down in Ormond, Daytona area, go check that place out. Oh my gosh, it is so good. You overeat though. Get the brownie if you got about 4 people to help you eat it. Ed says, what's up, buddy? Just sitting on the beach, man. Like I was telling him, I forgot my tripod mount, so I'm having to hold this thing. Hopefully it doesn't get too shaky. Rudy says, that's not crazy. They are the rudest, self-centered, most condescending pinheads ever. I only come down for family, but dislike the city. I understand. I've only been there twice. The first time I went to Miami, I just drove through. The second time I went, I was with my wife, and I've been banished ever since, and I'm never allowed to go back to Miami. I don't know why. I think I do know why. Jack says, hello, Edge and Cole. Jay, what's up, buddy? How you doing? Hey, Gear 96 here again today in Ohio. No beach here to cool off. I'm gonna guess it is in the low 80s here, maybe upper 70s, and that breeze off the ocean, it is nice. I mean nice. And all I've done the whole time I'm down here is gave my wife reasons on why we should not live in Tennessee. I don't know. She's gave me reasons why we shouldn't live in Tennessee, but she won't move to Florida. I don't get it. I'm trying. It says, hey, Jack, Justin, Jimmy, Cole, Rudy, and Boiled Nuts. Nuts says, sup, Edge? How you doing, buddy? Justin, have you ever gotten stung by a starfish or a stingray? You mean a jellyfish? I don't think starfish stings. I have been stung by a jellyfish. That highly sucks. It felt like a hive of bees got wrapped around my leg. It was pretty rough. I'm not even lying. It sucked. I was 16 years old, and I didn't like it. Doug, hey, vacation guy. I know, right? It seems like I'm on vacation all the time. I get a lot of vacation where I've been at John Deere so long. So I take it weeks at a time, and I like to come to the beach whenever we do that. We've only got one more vacation planned this year. We're going to Charleston next month, and we may go to the beach like one day there, but mostly that's going to be like, you know, historical stuff, ghost tours and stuff like that. And I think we're actually going to ride down to Savannah while we're down there. We've only been to Savannah like once, and I think we're going to run back down there to Savannah for a day or so, just check it out. And I think that we're going to St. Augustine tomorrow. So we're going to go to St. Augustine and walk around the city. We've been to St. Augustine several times, but we've never walked around the city. So I think we're going to go walk around the city while we're down there and just check it out. I don't know if we're going to go back to the fort. I enjoyed the fort, but I do know we're just going to walk around. Since we're in the Civic, we did drive the Civic SI down here. I do have a gas mileage video, which was a lot better than the Tundra. And I'm also going to do a video about the ride and comfort and stuff like that. So that'll be upcoming soon. So look for that. Cole said Ormond is about an hour and a half north of where I lived. I like Ormond Beach. I really do. We come here quite a bit. I really like it. There's usually not a ton of people here. Just says, hey Jay, what's going on? Ed said, hey Doug, how are you? Trouser says, hey Doug. Just says, hey, or Jay says, hey Justin. Jack says, hey Jay. Doug says, good today, guys. Good today. It's good today down here too. But I tell you what, I didn't get much sleep last night. I don't know why. And the day went so long. I mean, it just seemed like it was so long. I don't know, like 1 o'clock, it felt like it was 4 o'clock. That's odd on vacation. Jay says, hey Jack. Mim, what's going on? Hi Gear Runner. Hi, I'm your new friend. Hey, thank you for subscribing. Thanks for coming to the live stream, and welcome to the channel. We do guns, cars, gear. We do a little bit of everything on here, but that's mainly most of it. Mim says, Edge every day. Everybody, hi. Trouser says, hi, Mim. Mim says, hi, Trouser. Edge says, hey, Mim, what's going on, buddy? We're all like a big family here, Mim. Seriously, there's a bunch of us that's on the live stream most of the time, and we're all like a great big family, and we support each other. Edge has an awesome channel. There's another guy on here called Throb Nation that has a good channel. Edge's wife, Courtney, has a good channel. And I'm sure I'm forgetting somebody, but as I come across them, I'll let you know who they are. Newcomer, how's it going? The waves are making me sleepy. That's my Southern comfort. Oh man, mine too. And I can hear them from my room at night. Oh, it's nice. But it's still turtle season. I don't see any turtle sections marked off, but it's still turtle season right now. I would like to video a turtle. Mim, I'm just chilling, Edge every day. Me too, right here on the beach, just chilling out. Trouser, looks like the waves calmed down since yesterday. They've calmed down since today. There was waves today. They wasn't really that big, but they had a lot of force, man. They'd about knock you down. It was crazy. Edge says, hey Jay Taylor, welcome. A newcomer, the huz and I are retiring in 6 years to Florida. He has no choice on this one. Big smile. I told my wife we were retiring to Florida, and she didn't really have much choice on that either. If she's not going to let me move down here now, I'm going to move down here when I'm older. So it's either going to be now or then. Either way, I'm going to live here one day. So I'm with you. I totally understand. Where do you live now? Are you very far away from Florida? Jack says, hey guys, have a good evening, and gear, be safe and enjoy your vacation. Wear some sunscreen. See you later. Hey, thanks for stopping by, Jack. I appreciate it. You have a great day as well, and we'll see you next time, buddy. Just says Savannah has some nice beaches. We probably won't go to the beach in Savannah. We're probably going to go more like, you know, ghost tours and stuff like that. More historical stuff. Jimmy, you've seen ghosts before. Well, I'll tell you what. I ain't gonna say I seen a ghost, but I took a picture of something at the Charleston jail, and I don't know what it was. I don't know. I tried to post it on Instagram, and tell you the truth about it, it didn't show up. But it shows up in the original photo, wouldn't show up when I tried to repost it. So I don't know what it was, and I don't know what it is, and I can't say, but it was strange. My wife says it's a ghost. I don't know. Cole says, I have family that live in St. Augustine. I've been to the fort and St. George Street countless many times. Cool. That's probably where we're going tomorrow. Like I said, we did the fort a while back, but I don't know if we're going to do that again or not. I like the fort, but we did that last year. Last December we did that, so probably not. It ain't been that long ago since we did it. Ed says, see you later, Jack. Have a good night. Just said, did you fit your canopy in the... I did fit the canopy in the Civic. That Civic actually has a lot more room than you think when you lay the back seats down. We fit like 3 pieces of luggage, the canopy, 2 coolers, some food. I mean, I could have fit more in there too. It was amazing how much that thing held. I'm pretty impressed. Cole said, even played the World Golf Hall of Fame there, King, Bear, Slammer, and Squire. I am a member of the World Golf Hall of Fame. I did join it, but I did not play it while I was down here. I came with my wife. I didn't have anybody to play with, so and didn't bring my clubs either. I did see the course, but I didn't play it. But I bet that was pretty cool to play it. I would have liked to have played it. Just said, I got to go too. You have an awesome night, buddy. Hey, you too, Justin. Thanks for stopping by. Have a great night and a great week. Ed says, hello, newcomer. Newcomer said, don't get bit up by the no-see-ums? I'll try not to. Mim, Gear Runner, thank you. Hey, I appreciate it. We'll check everybody out now. Thank you very, very much. I'm sure they greatly appreciate it as well. Jimmy said, my basketball shoes squeaky. Is it a basketball shoes squeak? Is it polyurethane? I'm not sure. I don't know if they're, I wouldn't think they were polyurethane, but they may be. I don't know. I don't wear a whole lot of basketball shoes. I wear a lot of flip-flops, boots, and Sperry's. I wear a lot of Sperry's. I wear Sperry's all the time. But I don't wear a lot. I do have some tennis shoes. I have some Asics that I run in, and I have a pair of Pumas. Newcomer, unfortunately, Illinois Air Force retired. I understand. Thank you for your service. I appreciate it. And that's a long way from Florida. That's a long way from Florida. We drove 10 hours to get here, so I can imagine how long your trip is. But it's worth it. Totally worth it. Mr. Mopar says, hey guys, hey Dan, how are you today, buddy? You doing all right? Cole says, go to the Conch House while you're there. Is that a place to eat? Let me screenshot that. All right, screenshot it. Is that a place to eat? And if it is, what do they serve? Jimmy said, did something disappear in the photo? Yes, it's like I couldn't repost it. I could see a figure in the original, but when I went to repost it, there was literally nothing there. I don't know where it went. I showed it to my wife and she couldn't explain it. So we don't know what happened. Newcomer says, hey Edge, Rudy, well, it's over and out, man. Going to dinner and a nap before I leave after midnight. Y'all enjoy. Hey, thanks for stopping by, Rudy. You have a safe trip tonight, buddy. Edge says, so you were there with your wife, but nobody played with you. Exactly. I'm married. I mean, you know how that is. That's exactly how it works. I wouldn't have had that problem if we was dating. A newcomer. They're little bugs, no-see-ums, depends on the season. I've not seen those down here, so I'm not sure. I've not seen anything like that, so I imagine we're okay on that right now. Courtney says, Andy, and hello guys. Hey Courtney, how are you? Hope you're still enjoying that big WRX. I've been driving the crap out of the Civic. I'm the only one that drove it while we was down here, so I'm getting pretty good with the clutch in it. Let's put it that way. Dan says, I'm doing pretty good, but the car's not still stalling, taken into another shop to find out what's wrong. I hope you get it fixed, man. I really do hope you get that fixed. I hate having issues with cars. It always seems like something's going on with something that you don't plan. I don't know. It just drives you nuts when you've got something you depend on to get you from point A to point B, and you keep having issues with it. So I feel for you, man. I hope you get it fixed. Cole says, Conch House is an awesome restaurant. They have cheeseburgers, but also seafood, and they seriously have the best gator tail. I had some good gator a minute ago. At the Caribbean Jacks, I had some kind of seafood. pasta, but it was gator pasta. That's what it was. But it had some kind of sauce with it. It was really, really good actually. And I can't remember what the sauce was. It was thick and it really filled you up. And that's why I couldn't finish that brownie. If y'all follow me on Instagram, go check out my Instagram post on that brownie, and you can check out my story too. That was the second largest dessert I've ever seen in my life. It's huge. My wife took 2 bites and said she was done. Jimmy said, I had a pair of Jordan 31. They suck. It slippery, felt like a plate on my shoes. That sucks. I don't own any Jordans. I've owned some Jordans in the past, but a lot of like Nike products. I know Jordan has his own brand now, but they have a high arch, and we're not going to even get into what they've done in the last couple of days. But they've got a high arch and they hurt my feet, so I need to try on the new Jordans. My wife does have a pair of Jordans, and she said they have a high arch still, and they hurt her feet too. So I'm about flat-footed, so I probably won't be able to wear Jordans. It says, clutch it or bucket. That's right. A newcomer says, hey Courtney, what's up, girl? Hey, I don't know if y'all have noticed this. My wife says this, and I don't try this, okay? I don't mean to do this, and it's when I said girl, it made me think about it. She said that since I've been doing YouTube, that my southern accent has gotten worse. Now, maybe I go back and watch my first video, and I go back and watch a video now, but it's not something I'm trying to do. And she swears up and down I'm trying to do it, and I'm really not trying to do it, and I don't know why it's gotten worse or anything like that. But so if it has, I don't know how to fix it, but that made me think of it. Have y'all noticed my accent getting any thicker from the early people that's been on here, like Jay and them has been on here from like day 1 all the way up to now? I don't notice it, and I'm not trying to do it, so I apologize if you don't like it, but I can't. If I knew what I was doing, I'd stop. Let's see here. Cole said you can eat outside over the Intercoastal. That's how Caribbean Jack's was. It was so hot that we ate inside, but we had a good view of the Intercoastal. Mr. Mopar, at this point, if they can't figure out what's going on, I'm just going to wing it until I get another vehicle. I don't blame you there. It's such a pain to have something wrong with the car. No lie, man, it's just a pain. Mr. Mopar, I think at this point, I might consider a used Dodge Dart or a Kia Forte, because the Nissan Sentras I was looking at are known for transmission issues. That's what I've read as well. I looked at Sentras a while back, and I don't even remember why I was looking at it. I think I was looking for my daughter one, and I read online that they had a lot of transmission issues, and we decided not to go that route. I am owning that WRX, LOL. Well, you keep practicing, because that Civic's going to own that WRX before it's all over with. See, I'm talking smack. I'm a smack talker. And even if it outruns me, I will still be talking smack, because all my buddies says that I can be losing, that I'm the only person I've ever seen that can be losing and still be talking smack. I don't get it, but that's the way I am. So you go ahead and get that thing well broke in, because you're going to need it. Oh, in case y'all didn't know, me and Courtney's been talking smack on each other about what's faster, the SI Civic or the WRX. And in case y'all have not watched my latest video, it's about what my opinion is on the SI and the WRX. I test drove a WRX while the SI was getting its oil change, the first oil change. And so I weighed in on my opinion. So now we're talking smack. I'm a smack talker. Courtney is too. Mr. Mopar, I don't wear sneakers to begin with. I wear work boots. For me, much more comfortable. I find boots to be more comfortable too. Cole, I'm thinking you sound the same. I thought I sounded the same too, but my wife and stepdaughter says I've changed, and YouTube did it to me, and I don't believe it. Courtney says, hi to newcomer. What's up? Ed says, don't notice. Me neither, Edge. I think she's crazy. And she's not watching this, so it don't matter. Mr. Mopar, of course right now what I'm looking at is a 2012-2015 car that I can drive for 2 years and give me a chance to save up and get a brand new car with a warranty. Do not buy a brand new car with a warranty. Buy a demo that still has the same warranty as it would have if it was new, and save, $5,000 to $8,000. That's my advice. That's what I did on my truck. My wife did buy the Civic new. My wife has offered me an option that I don't want to talk about just yet on something. because I'm not sure that I'm going to do it. But she wants to buy another new car as well. Demo all day. Cole said, I got to roll, have a transmission to pull. Hey, man, thanks for stopping by, and get that transmission out. Jimmy says, still waiting for the new 2019 Toyota Supra. Let me tell y'all something. I keep sticking my thumb. I got the camera on the wrong side again by accident. So I was driving to Florida, and I missed my exit yesterday. And let me tell you why I missed my exit. I looked over, and there's a truck hauler hauling Toyota vehicles. Now, I don't know when the 2019 TRD Pro is releasing, but it should be real close. There was a 2019 TRD Pro on that truck hauler. It had the 2018 honeycomb grill, but had the Heritage Toyota wrote in the grill. So I have actually seen a Heritage grill with that safety sense in it. Looked like the Toyota was wrote a little bit smaller, but I seen one. It was like a charcoal gray color, and it looked pretty good, but it was on the back of that hauler. And I don't know if they're up for sale yet, but I know that's what that was, because I've not seen another honeycomb grill with the Toyota wrote in it, the Heritage Toyota grill in it. So I've officially seen a TRD Pro now, and a 2019. To be honest, gear, I haven't noticed difference whatsoever in the Southern Draw. I don't know. I think they're crazy. Courtney says, I'm taking those pink slips from you, boy. You just watch. Only thing I'm going to be watching is the road, and you're going to be watching the tail lights. Tell me if they both work. If I have one out, I don't want to get pulled over on the way home. So can you tell me if both my tail lights are working? You'll see the brake lights whenever I stop, because you'll still be catching up to me. Tell me if they work too. Ed said YouTube is the reason for everything. I know, right? I know. Mr. Mopar, the only thing is, Civic is known for his commuter car. It won't even touch that WRX gear. I think you're wrong, Dan. The Civic has 60 more horsepower, but it's 500 more pounds heavier. My Civic, or WRX, has 60 more horsepower, but it's 500 pounds heavier than the Civic Si. The Civic Si is turbo too, and that turbo comes in strong, and you can really tell that 500 pound weight difference. I'm just saying, I drove them both minutes apart, and I don't know about that. Ed says, rolling coal, LOL. See you later, buddy. Have a good night. Courtney says, that's right, Dan. You tell him. He told me, but that don't mean he knows it. Gear, if anything, I'm going to buy a brand new commuter car like a Kia Forte or a Honda Civic, maybe even a new Toyota Corolla hatchback. They're roomy and they have a good warranty and they're reliable. Man, I like the Civic Si. I'm telling you, I like it more each time I drive it. It's a good little car. The Si does have like the racing seats in it. It has a lot of lumbar, and the bolsters are pretty pronounced in it. I don't know if they're as pronounced as the Type R, but as long as you go with like a normal Civic, that'd be pretty nice everyday driver, I have to say. Bush Hawk, what's up, buddy? How you doing from the great state of Florida? That I'm here too. Courtney says, hi, Bush Hawk. Shakedown Sheets, hey, what's up, folks? How are you, Shakedown? Hope you're having a great day. I'm having a pretty good day here. Not too shabby. Ed says, hey, Bush Hog, do you hear this? BS Gear is talking. He must have a lot of gas. Oh, gosh. And Jay Shakedown. Let's talk about this a minute. So you're talking about 60 horsepower. And I understand that's a lot more horsepower. But you're talking about 500 pounds to give up. Courtney says, hey, Shakedown. You're talking about 500 pounds more weight that you've got to get moving. Now, I understand that all-wheel drive is something to reckon with. I get it. I do get that. The Civic's just front-wheel drive. But that's still 500 pounds that you've got to get moving. I honestly believe in a straight line that the Civic might take it. Now, in the curves, I honestly believe the WRX will smoke it. I don't think the Civic hangs really well. it handles really, really well for a front wheel drive. Don't take me wrong. I mean, it does handle well, but the all-wheel drive and that WRX is going to eat it up in the curves. So I think you have two different, scenarios here that they're both better at than the other one. So I'm going to say it's like a 50-50 draw. It just depends on what race you're racing. But I think in a drag race, I think the Civic might take it. I'm just saying. Courtney better look out. She's going to be in trouble. A newcomer, y'all are funny, was having a not so good day. Thank goodness for the Bible and y'all. Hey, I'm glad you're having a good time, man. I am. I like talking smack to Courtney. She talks smack to me, so I'm gonna talk smack back. Ed said, do you understand that the WRX Turbo kicks in at 1750 and produces 23 pounds of boost? I do understand that. And the Civic kicks in right about the same. And I think it produces 19 pounds of boost, which is probably the difference for the 60 horsepower. But 500 pounds is a lot. Yeah, I beat a Civic Si, my old Dodge Caliber. Courtney will drag your Civic Si all over. Did you race an old Civic Si, or did you race one of the 2017 or 18 Civic Si's? Because the old ones were not turbocharged, and the 17 and 18s are turbocharged. And that turbo is pretty stout when it comes in. So if you raced the old one, yeah, they didn't have nothing. But if you raced a new one, they're pretty peppy. Courtney, I can handle my curves for days. I'm telling you, I think that's where it takes it. Shakedown, hey Edge, Courtney, awesome new car, Courtney. It is an awesome car. I do have to say, as far as looks go and stuff, I do like the WRX better, I think. I mean, I like the way the Civic looks, but the WRX, I've wanted one of them for a while. I'm not lying. I think it's a beautiful car. I love the black color. I love the black leather. It's a beautiful car. Courtney says, thanks, Shakedown. Love it. Andre Campbell, off topic. How's the Tundra holding up? Tundra is doing awesome. We did not drive it to Florida this trip. We drove it last trip, of course. It's just doing great. I have no issues with it. Tires are wearing good. I've got about almost 28,000 miles on it now. No, I can't even tell the brakes ain't squeaking, or they're not wore out or anything. There's no squeaks in the cab or in the cabin or anything like that. Now I hear a lot of people talk about their phone not wanting to sync up on the Tundra. I've never had that issue ever. Like I said, Rob's talked about his not wanting to sync up. Every time I turn on the truck, my phone syncs straight to it, and I have zero issues. So maybe I got lucky with mine. I don't know. But I've never had any issues like that. Let's see here. Keenan, it says hi from Florida. That's right, I'm in Florida. Check it out. Hi from Florida 2. This is the second time in 3 weeks. So we came back, same place, sort of. Different condo, same place. Bush Hog says down in Miami, they drag race them Hondas. Oh, I'd say, man, there's some fast Honda drag racing. I mean, you're talking about getting like some 6-second quarter-mile Civics, and they sink like $80,000 in the engine. It's ridiculous how fast they can get those things. Ed says they're peppy. Pepe Le Pew. I see what you're saying there. I see what you're saying. Keenan says, hi, Andy and everyone else. How are you today, Keenan? Hope you're doing good. I'll give you a look at the ocean and some seaweed. Newcomer says, hey, AAV. Mr. Mopar, Honda Civics are only commuter cars. They can't play with the big boys like the Evo or WRX. You are dead wrong. The Civic Type R has set numerous records on numerous tracks, even against the STIs, the Evos, and everything else. When you get in like the Type R level, that car is amazing. I've never drove one, but they're setting tons of records everywhere they go. So they are not just commuter cars by no means at all, especially the Type Rs. I mean, it's just, those things are awesome. Let's see here. Ed says, hello, all about Keenan. Keenan says, no, Florida. No, not Florida. Oh, did I not put the D in it? I'll fix that later. I'll go back and fix it later. Sometimes my fat fingers doesn't hit all the buttons. I cannot wait for the iPhone X Plus to come out. I'm not sure if I'm getting the Plus or if I'm gonna go with Samsung. I go to these concerts and stuff, and all these people in front of me are rocking Samsung phones, and man, they take such clear picture and video that I might go Samsung next time. It's going to be a hard decision. I do love my iPhone, but oh man, those Samsungs are so clear. Keenan says, hey Brian. Courtney says, hey Kay. Keenan says, great, started school and it's fun. I have a mechanics class. Nice, nice. I bet that is a fun class. I never did take mechanics, but I'd say that's a pretty fun class. Mr. Mopar, I believe this one was a 2014 to 15S. Yeah, that was not turboed. So those cars were pretty slow. When you get into the 2017 and 18s, those cars are pretty quick. I mean, seriously, they're quick. They're within, I think they're actually rating them within like a half second of a WRX or something like that. They're pretty fast. And they've got 60 less horsepower, but like I said, I think the weight is where it's coming up. It says, good to hear, AAV. Mr. Mopar, Courtney, who's trash talking your Evo? Courtney doesn't have an Evo, but I'll trash talk it if she buys one. That's just who I am. Just kidding, Court. You know I love the WRX. I've always loved the WRX. Keenan says, you don't look stressed today. I'm not stressed today. I'm just laid back, chilling on the beach before Throbber goes on. I'm actually letting my food digest. Like I said earlier, I ate so much today that I could barely move. I mean, literally, I could barely move. We had to go buy chairs. We found Florida Gator chairs. This isn't a Florida Gator chair, but we found Florida Gator chairs for tailgating. So I told Pam I was going to take it in and actually set it at my desk and sit in it when I got back to work so everybody could see my Florida Gator chair. The newcomer says, blessings. Have fun, guys. I'm out. Hey, you have a great day, and thanks for stopping by. Have a great week, actually. I forget what day it is sometimes when I'm on vacation. Now, during the week, every day is Monday. Don't matter what day it is, it's all Monday. Mr. Mopar, I know one thing. The new Toyota Corolla hatchback will pimp slap the Civic. Oh, man. Keep drinking that Kool-Aid, man. Keep drinking that Kool-Aid. That Type R is awesome. It says, love my 8 Plus, and Courtney loves her 9 Plus. You're right, the pics are phenomenal. They really are. I go to, like I said, I go to concerts and I look at the people in front of me and I look at my phone and I'm like, I'm going Samsung next time, which I'm gonna get like one of those Notes or whatever. It's like the size of an iPad. I keep giving people down the road at work saying, hey, is it bring your iPad to work day? Because they got these humongous phones. I'm gonna be one of those guys probably. Keenan says, second day at school and I already have jobs because I'm awesome. And the teacher knows me from last year. Wade up. Bring yourself up. Courtney Gear just mentioned to Evo. I'm warning him, LOL, the Evo didn't do anything to trash talk. Oh boy. You don't see very many Evos, seriously. You know, I looked Evos up the other day and you just don't see them. And if you do, they're outrageously expensive. But there's just not that many of them around. I don't know if people just keep them or if they just didn't make that many of them. But seriously, you just don't see them. At least down in Tennessee's way, you don't see them. Mr. Mopar, of course, now that I think about it, I've actually contemplated grabbing a 2014 or 15 Chevy Cruze as a tent vehicle or room for days, and that little 4-banger is quite peppy. Nice. Probably gets really good gas mileage. I'm not going to tell you all the gas mileage I got coming down here. I'll save that for the video. But I do have a video coming up maybe tomorrow. Maybe. Edge, that brownie is weight you down. Oh my gosh, that brownie was crazy. This thing goes dark sometimes. I don't know why it's doing it. But it's got dark all of a sudden. Sorry about that. And I don't know how to make it any brighter. The brownie is weight you down. That brownie probably added 10 pounds. I ain't gonna lie, that thing was huge. Can you leave it as a Floria and people will think you found a new beautiful place with nice beaches, which is not in the United States. Yeah, they'll think I'm somewhere like exotic with all the seaweed. Mr. Mopar says, geez, Gear, do you ever work? It seems like all you do is sit in your chair and go on vacation, LOL. I do like going on vacation, I ain't gonna lie. I find the beach very relaxing, and I'm here as much as I can possibly get here. So, but yes, I do work from time to time. I have 5 weeks in between this vacation and my next vacation whenever I get back. So I will probably work those 5 weeks. I have a training class or training week whenever I go back, and I'm not sure what I'm learning about. But I know there's training when I go back, and then the following 4 weeks is just a normal grinding stone day. Miss Mopar, oh yeah, Pepe Le Pew is right. Honda Civics, the only thing they're good for is commuting. You run up on a Type R and see how quick it runs off and leaves you. It's I love the Note. I stopped upgrading to them when they started catching on fire. Yeah, that's the only thing I didn't. That's why I don't have one right now, I'll tell you the truth about it. Them catching on fire freaked me out a little bit. I can only imagine me having that in my pocket and it catching on fire. That would be horrendous. Courtney says, I'm just kidding. I know, Courtney, I know. Jay Taylor says, I'm going to Red Lobster for endless shrimp. I'll talk to you later, Gary. Hey, you have a great night, Jay. Thanks for stopping by. I love endless shrimp. That is one of the first things I'm going to do whenever I get back home. I have a buddy at work, and we always go eat endless shrimp when that's available. And that's one of the first things I'm going to do whenever I get back home. So eat a bunch for me. I had gator tonight. I didn't have shrimp, so eat extra. Mr. Mopar said, I hate to tell you this year, but I agree 100% with Courtney. The WRX will have the Civic Si for lunch. Now the Civic Type R, like Rob had, it's a different story. I don't know about that, Dan. I believe the STI would outrun the SI, but I think it'd be a really good race. I think you better go look up some numbers before you keep talking about that, because I don't think you're quite aware of what you're talking about. Reed, what's up, Gear? How you doing, Reed? Just chilling at the beach, buddy. Give y'all a nice view. Now, I'll give y'all a better view. Oh, Ed says, hello, Reed, how are you? Courtney says, hey, Reed. Reed says, good, Edge. Dan says, ugh, iPhone X, the most useless phone on the planet. Samsung and LGs, that's where it's at, LOL. I like my iPhone X. I ain't gonna lie, I really do. It's been a good phone, but I don't think it's big enough. It's the size of a standard phone, and my thumbs are a little big, and I just seem to hit the wrong buttons a lot. I don't know why. I guess when I got used to my iPhone Plus, the iPhone X just doesn't do it. I just realized I had the microphone covered up, so y'all might not be able to hear what I was saying. I had my hand wrapped around the microphone. That's kind of funny. I didn't mean to do that. Sorry about that. I'll move my hand away from the microphone now. Courtney said, I would like the beach if it wasn't hot or sandy or things of people or sharks. Well, you got sharks. You better be afraid of those great big old grasshoppers that are down here. I keep looking over. I'm not sure if these are pelicans or pterodactyls or grasshoppers. They're all probably about the same size. Sean, I'm applying for your job while you're gone, Andy. Sorry, love you, buddy. Oh man, Sean, I'd say you could have it, but then I wouldn't be able to afford my truck payment. So make sure they've got two openings, one for me and one for you whenever I get back. But welcome to the live stream from Florida. Dan says, sup, sorry late, beautiful background. Thank you, Dan, I appreciate it. Better foreground, I hope. Oh God, I don't know. The background is better than the foreground though, I get it. But thanks for being here, and I hope you're having a great day. I had a pretty good day. Sat underneath the canopy all day watching the water. Dan said, I'll tell you one thing, Gear. If I had a Hellcat and I went up against the Civic Si, the Civic wouldn't have it. Well, my God, Dan, you're talking about a Hellcat with like 704 horsepower. I will tell you this. There are a ton of Hellcats down here. There's Hellcats everywhere. Everywhere you turn around, there's a Hellcat. It's amazing. Keena says, you're on vacation and I'm in school. I'd rather be on vacation. I've had enough of school. I'm over it. Keena said, we heard you just fine. Good, because I did have the speaker covered up. So I was like, well, crap. Doug says, enjoy. Talk to you later. Hey, Doug. Thanks for stopping by, buddy. You have a great week. Miss Mopar, well, Gear, if you want a cheaper alternative to a Samsung, consider an LG Ivan, LG V35. And the pictures are just as good, if not slightly better than the Samsung for a fraction of the cost. Do they have like the big Note size? Because that's what I want. I want the great big phone. I want something really obnoxious that offends people when I pull it out that is so big. I really want to make a comment there, but last time I made some off the wall comment, my wife made me delete the video. And also, here's a funny story. So my mom's at church the other day, and she's talking to the preacher's wife, who has never met me. And my mom was telling her that I was a YouTuber. And she's like, oh, really? She's like, yes. She goes, what's he talking about? She's like, his truck and guns and holsters and gear and flashlights. And she was like, really? She's like, what's his name? And she goes, Gear Runner. And she goes, what? She goes, I watch a Gear Runner. Now, I'm pretty sure I'm the only Gear Runner on YouTube, because you can't have two Gear Runners. But she showed her my picture, and sure enough, she had been watching my videos, and she didn't even know I was, my mom's son. And she wants me to do a video about women holsters. That's what she's been watching about. She's wanting to conceal carry, and she's wanting some advice on female concealed carry. So I've been trying to do some research on that and find out a little bit more about it, because as you can see, I'm plainly not a female, and I don't have a lot of experience in female carry. So I need to get a little more information on whether she's wanting to carry like in a pocketbook or on her body, and if she wears a belt. I mean, there's just a lot of questions that goes into stuff like that. But it's kind of humorous that, somebody was watching me and my mom was speaking to them and just happened to be the same person. I guess maybe I shouldn't be surprised, but I'm always surprised when somebody recognizes me or knows me. I don't know why. I'm just some guy from Tennessee, and I don't know. It says, how you doing, Sean? Not that I'm a great big YouTuber, by no means. I don't mean that like that, because I know I'm not. But it's still surprising to me when anybody recognizes me. It says, hello, Dan, what's up? Courtney says, hi, Sean, how are you? Just says, I'm back. I made it back before you went off. I'm back. Courtney says, just in. Krista, hey, Gear, how's the beach? Here it is. Look at all that. I know Krista loves the beach. And sea dogs in the house. It says, Jello, hashtag Team Nuts. Trouser says, Courtney. Courtney says, this just in, my tattoo is now itching. Don't itch it. Don't itch it. Leave it alone. I don't have one, but that's what Rob said. Don't itch it. My arm's itching, and I'm gonna itch that. So just imagine me scratching your tattoo and let it go. Trouser said, oh no, Courtney. Oh no, don't do it. Carlos says, Andy, are you stalking my state? I really think I am. I'm down here a lot. I need to just move down here and buy a house. And my wife told me no 3 times a day. And then she said I couldn't have a house. I don't know. That's as racy as it gets. That's as racy as it gets. It says, hey, Carlos. Justin says, your mom's pastor's wife watches you. Wow, you're seriously popular. No, I'm nowhere near seriously popular. And I was not meaning it that way. I just mean I think it's weird when anybody, recognizes me or somebody knows somebody. I don't know. I'm just not used to anybody knowing who I am that I didn't know who they were, didn't meet them, beforehand. Carlos, hey, Brian. Chris says, hey, hashtag Edge every day, buddy. How are you doing? How you doing? I meant to say Krista Gear Beans. That's what we're calling Krista now. Because when Rob falls out, me and Krista, and we're going to change that channel name to Krista Gear Beans. We've done discussed this with Rob, but he knows what's up. He knows. Krista's going to get that car and truck and Jeep, and we're going to start our own channel. Courtney says, Carlos. Carlos says, how is everyone? I'm doing good. I hope you're doing good. Hope everybody's doing good. Dan says, by the way, Gear, I'm just smack talking you. Oh yeah, I know. It's all good. I don't get offended when people smack talk me. Now, there are people that leave comments on my channel that I have got offended with. There was some guy basically called me a racist the other day just because I have a southern accent, and he talked about the Civic not having like a holder from a rebel flag, and yeah, I kind of got on him a little bit and told him a little bit about me and told him to go upstairs and tell his mom good night before he went back down to his bedroom in the basement. I got a little rough with him. It was pretty funny though. He didn't comment back after that. It says, no, Carlos. He's going on vacation in Tennessee occasionally. That's right. I live in Florida and I vacation in Tennessee, and every once in a while I go to the shooting range at the house in North Carolina. That's even more seldom than Tennessee. So, this is where I live, and then I just kind of visit those other places. Sean says, hello everyone. How are you, Sean? Hope you're having a great day back home. Keep Tennessee warm for me till I get back. Just said you've never met anyone in public who recognized you. One person. I've met one person in public that recognized me that I was not thinking that I was going to go meet. And they were looking at me kind of strange. And I thought, what are they looking at? And then they looked at me strange a little more. And I was like, what the crap are they looking at? And then they walked up and said, hey, ain't you that guy on YouTube? And I was like, okay, I get it. But at first I was just like, why are they staring at me? It's kind of weird. Mr. Mopar said, Sean DeLone, what's the Z? Huh? I didn't get it. It must be that speech to text thing. Carlos Courtney, how's the boo-boo? She said it's itching. She can't scratch it. Chris said, hi Courtney, I'm feeling better. Thanks for asking. Chris said, my tattoo is itching too. Driving me nuts. I hate that, Gear Beans. I hate that. Don't itch it. Now yours might be far enough along that you can itch it. I don't know how long it takes before you can start scratching them. Carlos says, hey Sean, how you doing? Keep that state warm for Andy till he gets back. Ed said, it only lasts 1 week for itching part. Nice. Sean, dang Gear, you're famous. When do I start collecting royalties? I'm not famous. No way, shape, or form. You know, I actually had a talk with Rob a while back on what we thought it took to be famous, or even consider yourself even remotely famous. And we're thinking around the 40 or 50,000 subscriber mark. You might be starting to get there. But until then, I'll never think of myself as famous. And even then, I'm not sure I'll still think of myself as famous. It's just the subscribers will be enough to where you might be starting to get a little bit noticeable. That's what we come up with. That was our number. Not saying I'll ever get to 50,000. I may not. But you never know. YouTube is a weird thing. Corey says, Carlos is doing good, still slight itch to it, but I'm good. How are you? Dan says, Cruz green beans. It's gear beans. Gear beans. We're all calling her gear beans now. Carlos says, Dan, Trouser, were you able to drive down there? Me? Down to Florida? Yeah, I drove to Florida. Oh, you're talking about, was I able to drive? Yeah, I drove the Civic. I've drove every day. I'm the only one that's driving. Dan says, hashtag gear beans. That's right, gear beans. It's their new name, gear beans. Chris said, oh, Andy, and she's laughing pretty hard. I know, right? So if you're on Rob's live stream here in 30 minutes, gear beans. I'm saying gear beans every other comment. I'm gonna drive Rob crazy. Oh, Justin's laughing. Carlos says, I'm good because it's hump day. I wish it wasn't hump day. I wish it was still yesterday. Dan says, Trouser Rouser. Trouser says, hey, Dan. Chris says, hi, Dan. Or Gear Beans says, hi, Dan. I got to get used to that. Carlos, I know Andy is doing good because he's hanging out in my home state. That's right. That's exactly right. Anytime I'm in your home state, you know I'm doing just fine. Although I thought a Mercedes-Benz SUV was going to run plumb over the Civic just about an hour or two ago. We was going out to eat, and it was everything it could do to get stopped before it just plowed right into the side of me. I was going down a 6-lane road, and it was coming off a side street and had a stop sign. Identical, the same thing that happened to me in Myrtle Beach, and I thought, here we go again, another Honda Civic at the beach, or another Honda at the beach, and it's going to get wiped out by somebody not paying attention. Carlos says, Justin. Carlos says, hi, Gear Beans. Trouser says, hey, Carlos. Gear Beans says, hey, Carlos. Gear Beans, Justin, what's up? Trouser, not much. Gear Beans. Mr. Mopar, I have an LG thing, V35 right now, and the thing is wide as a note. Nice, nice. Sean says, Gear, I said forget the SI and WRX go Z. You missed it. Oh, sorry, Sean, I missed that. Maybe I should just go ahead and tell you all something. So I don't know if this is going to happen or not. If my channel keeps growing, it's highly possible that this happens. If my channel can support this in about 6 months, it's still going to be after first of the year. My wife wants me to take over her Civic Si, and she wants to buy either a 4-door Jeep Wrangler or a Range Rover. she found this little Range Rover she really, really likes, and they're about the same price as a 4-door Jeep, somewhere around the same ballpark, and she really wants one of them. So after the first year, I might be getting a new Civic Si, or newer 2018 Civic Si for my channel car instead of a 350 or 370Z. And the only reason I would do that is because the Civic has like 6,000 miles on it, and if I buy a Z, it's going to wind up having, 50 or 60,000 miles on it. So and if we trade the Civic in, they're going to just kill us on the trade-in. So if my channel, and I'm almost there, I'm really close. So in another 6 months, I may be able to do it. But in about another 5 or 6 months, I may take over her Honda Civic Si, and she may buy a Range Rover, and then I'll start modding the Si, and there'll be a Tundra and an Si on the channel. If that happens, the Xterra will be gone. I will sell the Xterra for a down payment on the Range Rover, or to go with the down payment on the Range Rover, let's say that. So the Civic Si may be mine in the near future, and I don't know what we're going to do. We may do like a Honda or a K-tuner, delete the muffler, go with an exhaust system, new wheels and tires. I'm not sure what all we're going to do to it, but we're gonna beef it up a little bit. I guess hashtag I avoid warranties, and see what happens there. But that's probably more than likely what's going to happen in the near future. And the next mod on the truck is probably going to be Husky floor liners. I hate that the passenger side floor mat moves. I wouldn't buy the Huskies if it was tied to the floorboard, but since it's not, I don't like that, so I'm probably going to get something like that. So that's the update on the channel, but it won't be till after the first of the year. So don't be, the Civic may be on the channel more now than it has been, but don't expect me to fully take it over till after the first year. Miss Mopar says, hey, Gear Beans. Trouser says, have you been sunbathing? I've been sitting out in the sun a lot, and I've been in the water some, but as far as like just sunbathing, nah, I've been sitting underneath the canopy a lot. Gear Bean says, hi, Dan. Dan says the LG35 is wider and much more manageable size. Gear Beans is laughing. Travis said, hey, where'd you get the sunglasses? I need some good ones to fit well. I actually bought these off a guy at work. They were used, and I dropped them in St. Augustine at the Fort and scratched them, and they're Costas, and Costa is actually in Daytona Beach. That's where they make them, and I sent them to Costa, and they actually sent me a brand spanking new pair. So these are like a brand new pair from maybe like 2 or 3 months ago. It's been longer than that, probably been about 6 months ago, but they're Costas. That's about all I wear. I've got 2 or 3 pairs of Costas, and I put a pair in each vehicle, and I love these sunglasses. The Fantail are the best ones that I found, Costa Fantail. Dan says, this makes me want to go to Oregon coast all the more. I would. Anytime you go to the beach, I'm there. Sean says, your truck, TRD Andy, asking because I almost bought a leftover 18 this weekend, but it wasn't one. Mine is not. I'm not sure. I don't know I've ever seen a Platinum in the TRD. So mine's not a TRD. But I really don't know if I've seen a Platinum in a TRD, to tell you the truth about it. Dan says, Gear, what you need to do is transfer the one of the John Deere sites in Florida and just move down there and call it a day. All we have in Florida is a test facility. We do testing down in Bradenton, and that's the only thing John Deere has down here. Bradenton's a little dangerous too. I think it's one of the more dangerous parts of Florida, so I really don't want to move there. Dan says, oh, green runner. Let's see here, Carlos, I thought he meant Gear Beans. I did too. I thought he meant Gear Beans too. Carlos is laughing. Gear Beans said, I'm confused. Me too. Courtney, hi Dan. Yes, or Dan's plural. I get it now. Move his phone in. My arm's getting tired. Sorry, you're up close now. My tripod, I forgot the adapter. Travis said, that sounds great. SI would make a good project car. I think it would too. I think it'd be good for the channel. I think it would bring in a lot of views. and it has low enough miles that it could be my everyday driver and I wouldn't have to worry about it. And it still has low enough miles that I could really build it and not be worried about the engine going. Jared said, I thought your wife despised 4-doors, LOL. Not in SUVs. As long as it's an SUV, she'll go with it. Dan says, hey Courtney, how's the tattoo healing? It's itching. Courtney says, Dan, it's good, but a bit itchy. But I just rehydrated, so I should be good. Ed, so that's why you said the SI would whoop the W. No. That's not why I said that. That was an honest opinion. Back when I test drove them both, I didn't know that I might be getting the SI as a channel car. I assumed my wife was going to keep it, and I assumed I wouldn't be able to afford it. But I am still going to have to moderate or watch my channel and see kind of the money I'm bringing in to make sure that it can support the payment of an SI. Now I can fluctuate that a little bit, but you know, I don't want to be $200 or $300 or $200 a month or something like that every month. But you know, 50, 100 bucks, I can probably swing that a month if I have a bad month or something. $300, I don't want to have to come up with all $300 or something like that. Just said, do you like to read books on the beach? No, I watch YouTube on the beach. That's where I get caught up on a lot of my YouTube stuff that I may not have had time to catch up on back home, or that I missed while I was driving down here. Dan, next month for the truck, go to Sparks Parts and use promo code TUNDERDO 34.5%. I know, right? I actually do that. I ain't gonna lie, I actually do use that discount code to buy my parts whenever I order them from Sparks. Mr. Mopar, well guys, I gotta go to work cause this is the start of my work week. 4 days to 12-hour goodness. LOL, see you later. Have a good day at work, Dan. Thanks for stopping by. Had fun giving each other a hard time, buddy. Dan said, Courtney, mine wasn't too bad. My wife killed her itchy all the time. Courtney, Andy, I don't think you would like the Oregon coast. That is the reason why I called a coast, not a beach. Sweatshirts and, oh no, God, no. I got the white Gear Runner shirt on with the sleeves cut out like Rob would do. Limited edition white Gear Runner shirt right here. I just saw the price of the glasses, $130. I thought $20 was expensive. These are a little more than that. I got the 580p lenses. Those are probably the four something lenses. I forget how much these was. I actually gave my buddy $100 for these and then sent them back and got a brand new pair. But I'm thinking he paid something like $160 or $70 for them. Sean said, I guess if it's down to those two cars, go Honda. True. I agree. And it does have low miles. Dan said, I know right trouser. Mr. Mopar, and before I go, you'll get Rob's wife over Rob's dead body. Well, Rob said he was going to die, or Krista said he was going to, and she was going to take everything. So, you know, she's got a plan for that. I don't, but she apparently has a plan for it. Maybe I should rethink this. If she's going to, you know, take Rob out, maybe I'm not far behind. Maybe she wants 2 Civics and 2 Tundras. That's a bad idea, Andy. Bad idea. Thank God, though, I'm only working for 5 more months. Then my work will be going to school for automotive. Amen. Hey, I think that's a good idea. I really do. Sean, maybe you should sell the Platinum. Wink, wink. Help with the SI. No, God, no. Lord, no. The Tundra is not going anywhere. The Tundra's at home. If anything, the Tundra will just get drove way less than it does right now, actually. Because the Civic will be, not saying the Xterra is not dependable, but the Civic will be so dependable that I drove it to Florida. I wouldn't drive the Xterra to Florida. But the Civic will, you know, is dependable enough I can take it on long trips. So if anything, the Tundra will actually be drove less, but it definitely is not going anywhere. Let's see here. Edge says, that's funny, Sean, I know, right? Dan, Gear makes the bank to be able to get the fancy things. Hey, no. The Range Rover is my wife. My wife is an assistant director of nursing, so she makes decent money and she can make her payment. We do have a joint account, but we kind of base it off of that. And my channel is going to support the Civic, so, you know, it's like a second job for me. I spend a lot of time on here, so if I can buy something that, you know, can make me money on the channel and people will watch. I've discussed this with a few people that have Civics, and they think it's a good idea to add the Civic because they get good views on their Civics. So, you know, I think I can make decent money with the Civic on the channel, so it just makes sense. And then, you know, we base the truck payment kind of off what I make. So that's why the 2 or 3 cars are coming in. I have payments on all of them. None of them are paid for. I don't make that much money. Dan said, in gear, did you say your Civic was a 17 or 18? Guess it's an 18. We bought it about 6 months ago. Trouser, you made a video on how the Civic did on the trip. Not yet. I'm going to make that video when I get back. I'm just going to do one video down here and back. But I did do a mile per gallon video just like I did on the truck. The Civic beat it a little bit. Dan said the Xterra for winter beater. Nah, we'll sell the Xterra and put that money towards it with the down payment on the Range Rover or the Jeep. And I'll probably just drive the truck in the winter. The Civic is front wheel drive. You know, I can get winter tires for it and it'd be okay. Tennessee doesn't have that bad of winters anyway. So I don't know, but the Xterra would be gone. Travis said, sounds awesome. And Gear Bean says, oh my gosh. So I've been on here 65 minutes from this beautiful Florida beach. I want to give y'all one more look of the ocean. There it is. And it says SI beat the Tundra by ×2. SI would outrun the Tundra, I do believe, because it's way lighter, way lighter. But All About Vehicles says good to go. Got to go buy gear. Hey, you have a good night, Keenan. Have a good day at school. Just says have a great night, everyone. You too, Justin. Thank you all for stopping by. Thank you for being here at this live stream at the beach. I know it's earlier than normal. I probably won't have one on Friday because we're going to the ball game Saturday. So I'll probably get in bed early that night to try to get some sleep for tailgating. And so Friday night probably will not have a live stream. I may upload a video, but it probably won't have a live stream. Dan says have fun and be safe. Thank you, Dan. I appreciate that. You have a good week. Sean says later gear, have a great trip. Hope run into you soon. When I get back, Sean, we'll meet up, go get some lunch or something, buddy. Dan says later all. Ed says see you guys, have a nice one. I'm gonna go watch Rob's live stream in about 15 minutes, so I gotta get back up to the room. Gear Beans says see you in a little bit, Gear Beans. That is in case my wife doesn't want to go play putt-putt. She said something about putt-putt. If she wants to go play putt-putt, I may miss part of Rob's live, but I'm gonna do my best to make it as long as we don't go out somewhere. So Gear Beans, tell Rob I'll try to be there as long as we don't leave the room. It says nice one. Damn thumbs. Yeah, I knew what you meant. Throb Nation, hey Big Daddy, can't stay getting ready for my live at 7:30. I'm gonna try to be there, Rob. Unless, like I told Gear Beans, unless we're calling your wife Gear Beans now, just in case you didn't know that. Just in case she wants to go play putt-putt. The putt-putt course we normally play at straight across the road. So she said something about that, but we were crazy full, so we may wait till tomorrow to do that. So if we do, I'll be on your live here in a minute. Courtney says, good night, Andy. Dan says, the Throb Runner. That's right, Throb Runner and Gear Beans. I like it. That's awesome, Dan. That is awesome. And I'm Batman, and he's throbbing, and we're out. Y'all have a great day. See y'all later. Thanks for stopping by from Florida.